What's up, YouTube? We've got something a little different on the kitchen table today. We've got a Sceptre television set. I think it's about a 27 or 30 inch, something like that. And it was given to me by a coworker to repair. And we're going to take a look at it today and see what we can figure out. I'm not sure if he even told me what his complaint was, but I figured it out pretty quickly. I'll go ahead and switch the power on. And you get some lights whenever you first give it standby power. When you try and turn the unit on, here's what it does. It tries to turn on for about a second and then flashes. It could be an error code that it's flashing, and then after that it just kind of does nothing. So my first thought, I'll try not to tear up my other equipment with this thing. My first thought is this thing is a lower end television, so I'm thinking we need to take it apart and look and see what condition the capacitors are in inside this thing. So that's what we're going to do now. Alright, so far I've removed the stand and removed the front bezel from the television. And I've removed, there's a total of 6 screws on the back of the television, and there's also some screws, 4 total, on these brackets on the side here. So we'll go ahead and remove those and take this thing the rest of the way apart. Well, everything looked okay on the power board. Nothing burnt. All the capacitors from visual inspection appear to be alright, but I popped the display board off, and here's what I found. That thing right there is really bulged out. We've got another pretty suspect one right there. It's also, it looks like it's pushed off the board a little bit, but really domed out on the top. And we've got some that appear to be more normal from the visual inspection, and some that appear to have some slight bulging, but I'm thinking that that one right there, that's going to be a big part of our problem. So I'm going to talk to my buddy and see if he wants to try changing out the worst looking caps on this from the visual inspection, and also see, I imagine that a new main board will probably be cost prohibitive to repair, but if we can change out 3 or 4 of the worst capacitors and get some kind of life out of this thing, it might be worth taking a chance on. So I'll talk to him and see what he wants to do, and we'll go from there. Alright, well, I went ahead and reassembled the television just so I don't have to keep track of it and have the delicate parts spread all over the house, but it's probably not looking good for this television set. I'll see if my buddy wants to throw a couple of capacitors at it, replace the ones that are real obviously bulged out, but with the smaller capacitors, and there are quite a few of them, those can go bad and not show such obvious visual signs. And the replacement board for this is currently unavailable. It was about $60 before it went out of stock, and they don't seem to think they'll have any in stock anytime soon. And since this isn't my television, I'm not going to take a chance with trying to do a universal board install. So basically, I'll see if my buddy wants to throw a couple bucks worth of capacitors at this thing and see if we can get it to come back to life. But otherwise, that's probably going to be the end of the line for this television, which is a shame. It has some decent features on the back. It's not terrible. It's definitely a lower end television. It's made in 2009, but seems to be planned obsolescence. So we'll see if my buddy wants to fix it, and if so, we'll probably have an update video. But if not, I guess that'll be the end of the line for this little Sceptre television. And I guess the model seems to be a X240, so I wonder if it's 24-inch screen. I'm not I have to get the tape measure out to measure to be sure. But anyways, that's about all I have to say about this little television for today. Thanks for watching.